Hi, good to see you again. It's Graham Martin. I'm the Recruitment Guy with orchardjobs.com. We're here today with another 5-minute impromptu interview. We haven't planned this. I'm up today at a conference, the Institute of Sales and Marketing Management in sunny Coventry, and I've collared Lee, who's a professional sound engineer. Now, for every conference, for every exhibition, there's things going on, but very few people think about the guys, should we say, behind the scenes. So if we want to hear what's going on, there's a guy who's sitting on a deck with a load of faders. We've got some expensive equipment here. Lee's told me I'm not allowed to touch anything else, I'm going to have my hands cut off. So, Lee, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We've grabbed you in your lunchtime. So, I'm curious, have you always been a sound engineer?
No, I actually started off as a video engineer, and that's what I specialised in when I left school. I found it sort of quite boring actually, and I've always been interested in live events. I've always been interested in music. Obviously, coming from Birmingham, I was in Colour Scene, UB40, all those guys, so I kind of sort of tagged along.
And how long, I mean, you talk about groups that I grew up with, so how long have you been doing this?
About 18 years now.
Really? By the look of you, I think you've been doing it maybe for less than 10. So,
thank you very much.
So in terms of, as a sound engineer, what is your average day or even your week or your month like? What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, now, because we still got a heavy base in our band work, and we do promote up-and-coming Birmingham bands, so we probably spend 3 to 4 days a week in the studio. The remaining sort of 2 days, it's usually a 6-day week. Remaining sort of 2-3 days are spent doing live events, like you see here in Coventry. And it's a nice mixture between the two. I like the studio work and the session work, but I also like the hustle and bustle and the sort of energy of live events.
And I suppose the drama, because it doesn't always go right, and you have to kind of adapt and modify what you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you've got to think on your feet.
Absolutely.
And there's no editing; it's real time often, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, in a studio, you get a chance to take a second or a third or even fourth take. Yeah. On a live event, it is one time.
And I know you've got a load of kit here. So do you need to be technically able? Have you got to be able to wire stuff together? You've got to have an appreciation of power supply and audio levels?
Yeah, not as much as we used to. I mean, all the equipment that you see here today, when I started off, was all analogue, so it's all sort of manual sliders. Nowadays, for instance, the sound desk that you can see there now, it's a digital desk, so I can actually control that from my iPad, my iPod.
So if you've got to be on top of things from a technological point of view and understanding how audio is affected now by computerised systems, for example? Yeah,
definitely. As I said, the discipline's actually changed now. I mean, most of the things that we're going to is digital. Most of the young kids coming up know their way around computers and
how do you keep up to date? Do you read or watch or go on seminars or just talk to people? How do you learn about this stuff?
A lot of it is just sort of networking amongst your peers, picking up new information. Yeah. A lot of forums. As I said, it's out there if you want to learn. I mean, technology is moving so quickly now, especially now it's moved to digital. So
a lot of this kit, do you actually have to physically put this together, assemble it, and lug it in from the van or the car?
Yeah, I mean, what we tend to do as a sound engineer, what we tend to do is we white glove. By that we have sort of junior engineers who actually lug it in off the van, so we don't actually do that now. We've
you've moved up a level.
We've moved up
You're
a level.
You're a celebrity sound engineer.
Celebrity, I'm allowed to wear a shirt. So,
that's good.
Yeah, we tend to get the junior guys. I mean, it gives them an understanding and appreciation of the kit, how it's kept, how it's stored, especially live events, because ultimately the equipment that you see now, you live or die by it, so you've got to take care of it.
And is it expensive, this stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
so you've got thousands of pounds worth that you want to teach the trainees how to look after. Absolutely. What's the best bit about your job?
Meeting different people. I can truly say, from my point of view, the different mix of people that I've met, celebrities, famous people, sporting icons, people that I look up to. That's the key thing for me.
And what's the worst bit of the job?
The hours.
Yeah, it's not. So you're doing 6, maybe 7 days a week, and late nights, early starts?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, less so when it's studio work, but certainly live events, it's all rehearsals, especially if we're doing outside festivals, which we also do as well.
So in terms of training, if somebody wanted to get into this business, are there college courses, are there things that people go to college or university to learn about?
Yeah, they're actually, these courses have just taken off, but there's courses in event management, there's courses in sound engineering. The best sort of advice I can give the guys is to kind of get out there, ring up a production house.
And have some work experience to have a go.
Absolutely.
And in terms of money, if people are starting off, is it minimum wage to start with?
No, actually. I mean, this is classed as a profession, so by its definition, I would say a probably starting salary for someone coming into the business, one of our junior technicians, we're probably talking anywhere between 20 and 25,000.
20 to 25, so it's a pretty good salary.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I'm surprised about what people earn, so that's a good starting salary.
It is.
Where could it go to if you were working, let's say, for example, for Hollywood or for BBC or Channel 4, an independent production firm?
Yeah.
You know, what can you earn? What kind of money is available?
Oh, well, I mean, I've got a couple of my colleagues who are sound engineers. One of them's actually a lighting engineer. He's just previously come off the Lady Gaga World Tour, and historically he's on maybe £1,500, £2,000 a day. Per day.
So you know, we're looking at big money.
Yeah.
And in terms of the opportunities, the prospects for people coming into this business, you know, where could you go possibly?
Well, I said, I've been lucky enough personally to tour the world with different companies, corporate companies, bands. So, I mean, the world's your oyster.
Really?
Literally as far as you want to go, you can do it.
And if there's one piece of advice that you'd pass on to people looking at this video, if they want to learn a little bit more, if they want to be interested, what would you pass on to them, that piece of advice?
The main thing, I suppose, it's quite a generic piece of advice really. It's just perseverance. Don't give up. You know, work at it, because if you want something bad enough, you will achieve it.
And would you say qualifications are very important or not so much?
Less so. I think it's experience. I mean, that's what I started out with. When I actually got into sound engineering, I had no formal qualifications at the time, but what I had was a willingness to learn.
Yeah.
And I think it's sort of getting there.
And you've clearly got a passion that comes across.
Absolutely.
Lee, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
You can get back to your lunch now. So, Graham Martin, the Recruitment Guy from WatchYourJobs.com with Lee, the sound engineer. This has been a fantastic careers interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you again. Goodbye.
Thank you.